So to date, there has been some achievement on the St. Patrick's Rock Master Plan. It's a vision of the plan to prepare a master plan for this area. And there has been formal consultation with stakeholders. There has been agreement with the OPW and the local authority to provide greater accessibility, especially to the city walls in the master plan area. The master plan has generated interest among community and business groups and increased interaction and involvement by them. It's featured in a scoping report which is currently being prepared by Tourism Development International and funded by Cashel Town Council. And the restoration programme for the city walls is located in the master plan area. Key to that was reopening of a sallyport which used to exist in the city walls. And I'll show you a picture of that shortly. So just some brief images from Cashel, especially of I suppose successes over the last couple of years really in the master plan area. So firstly there, the restoration of the Cashel city walls. We can see there the walls are identified. The sallyport is identified there in the map, and you can see how strategic they are to the master plan area. Just an image of the city walls. This is looking towards the city walls from outside the walls. The Rock of Cashel would be to your back here looking at this photograph. They're quite impressive remains, they're quite substantial. This is the sallyport, and there's an upstanding military structure still attached to the walls as well. So the sallyport leads you through into the city, the walled, old town walled area, and towards the town centre. And there it is from the town centre, town centre itself. This sallyport is very strategic in that it provides access through the walls from the rock to the town centre. It was blocked up completely up to 3 years ago, and there was no knowledge that it even existed. And it's a key feature towards enhanced interaction and accessibility for pedestrians. Cashel Town Walls date, this is just an image from last year. This is within the master plan area. You can see the community is getting interested and involved. This area has got lots of potential for tourism and for the community. And that's just an image. Just an image from the Queen's visit in 2011. She visited the rock, she didn't visit the town, which I suppose is indicative of what were the challenges we face. But she generated immense focus on Cashel internationally. So I think tourist numbers are up last year and hopefully this year as a result of that. The Cashel Adopt a Monument programme is ongoing, and it has generated increased involvement with community to the city walls, to the heritage features in general, and to the potential of the St. Patrick's Rock Master Plan area. And challenges. Now there is challenges in achieving the vision of the development plan, in achieving the protection of the heritage of the area in consideration of the World Heritage Site potential of the area, and especially in generating increased public accessibility around the master plan area, around the rock, around the town centre, and around all the heritage features of Cashel. So the first one would be private land ownership. A lot of the land in the master plan areas is in private ownership, so it will mean how are we going to gain greater access, how are we going to liaise with landowners and get agreement, and this is in a time where funding is, I suppose, is non-existent really. Funding and investment, another, I suppose in the current climate, is something that is a challenge. Cashel needs maybe a greater accommodation, hotels. They're not something that maybe is going to happen too quickly. Community support and involvement. The town council can't achieve the vision on its own set out in the plan. It needs the involvement and the investment of the business people, the heritage people, the communities and the general public, their interest and their support. Very important to everything we're talking about here is the protection of the heritage assets in Cashel, especially the archaeology, the setting of the town, of the rock, and the character of the area. And the development plan has very much recognised that. And then the big challenge is the development of Cashel. This is a vision, I suppose, that the council has as the hub for tourism in Tipperary as a whole, especially in view of the proposed amalgamation of North and South Tipperary. And going forward then, there is some key projects or strategies or achievements to be achieved, I suppose, in 2012. First off, continue the restoration programme of the city walls in the master plan area. Continue to consult with stakeholders, with the landowners, with the OPW, with everyone involved in the area, and to offer support and guidance to landowners, to get them to come on board, to interact, and to hopefully, I suppose, gain greater accessibility in the area. Support for tourism and community initiatives. This is something the Town Council is very aware of and certainly does its best to build on the publicity generated by the Queen's visit, to open access to the OPW site within the master plan area. Agreement has been secured now regarding that, and hopefully works will be able to go ahead shortly to expose the city walls more than they already are within the city walls area, to allow the public to go in and access them. Continue to support the bid for World Heritage Site status, and that will be ongoing. And seek funding to prepare Destination Cashel. This is a plan to develop a sustainable tourism development plan for Tipperary. It envisages that Cashel will be the hub for tourism within the county, and that other outlying towns and heritage features in the county, such as the walled towns of Feathered and Clonmel, would benefit from this. And it's hoped that after the scoping report is carried out, that it might lead to a greater plan of action. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.